What a lovely morning. Anyway, vlog being a carer. Every so often I do these vlogs when I'm out and about. I'm heading up town, getting a prescription to Boots on High Street there. And I need a leek. No, I don't need the loo. I need a leek. L-E-E-K. So I'm going to pop to Morrison's. I want a few other things as well, but I want a leek for Sunday. The recipe I'm going to do on Sunday. So that's what I'm doing this morning. So I'm going to have a bit of a natter. And the old carpet place over there, put a new roof on it, and they put planning permission for a restaurant and a takeaway. So I don't know, Reffin HQ, they're going to be considering it. When they're going to consider, I don't know, but anyway, it's had a new roof put on it. And you may have seen the video where the owner, he was having like a closing down sale, and he invited me, said can you come in and do a bit of filming. It's absolutely massive inside. So yeah, planning permission for restaurant and takeaway, and they're going to give free meals away to the homeless and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, lovely morning. So that's what I'm doing today, heading up town. I'll go to Morrison's first, get me leek and a few other things, and then on the way back I'll call in Boots and get the prescription. Yeah, lovely morning. Yeah, yesterday called in the well, I went to Aldi. I was going to get a leek from there, but they only sell in packs of 3, and I don't want 3. I only want 1, and I'm only going to use a little bit of that. So I went to Morrison's and I forgot, because they sell them singly in Morrison's. And while I was doing that, well, actually before I went to Morrison's, I went to wander around Skid Row area of Rhyl, supposedly where all the druggies are and the alkies and the homeless and that. But I didn't see one single tent. Last time I was there, it was a few months back now, there was an area, there was a pile of tents where the homeless was, you know, but they'd all gone. I didn't see a single tent anywhere. So where are they? I know the police are moving them on, but where to? And there was a couple on the main street, sitting on the floor, you know. And if you give them money, where does that money go to? And are they homeless? You know, you get a lot of these beggars, so-called professional beggars, don't they? They sit on the side of the pavement and that, and they make an absolute fortune, but they're not homeless. They go back to £1 million house and stuff. Professional beggars. But I don't know, you know, if you give them money, does it go on drink, drugs, or food, or what? So yeah, but like I say, I didn't see a single tent. Cut through Aldi's, a bit quieter. Yeah, so but Rhyl definitely changed since I was there. Well, in the 70s, when I used to go there as a kid, it used to be buzzing there. Everything, all the shops open, all the amusements and all the attractions and stuff like that, and the you know, the prom and stuff like that. It was all go there, but a lot of the shops, they're either closed or not there, being knocked down, and a lot of the buildings and attractions and stuff, it's definitely not like it was. But you know, like the early 80s, and I had a lot of associations with the real underworld. I could write a book about that place, the stuff, the things you used to do and stuff like that. Like, you know, lovable rogues, petty criminals and stuff like that. Especially Harry. I've always talked about Harry. Arthur Daly, get you anything. What get us a video record. Well, there's video recorders there, weren't they? They'd only just come out. Harry, get us a video recorder. How much? 50 quid. Bunging 50 quid. Probably the next day you come in and, here are mate, video recorder under his arm. Just don't ask no questions where he got it from. Good days, I tell you, good days. So yeah, So this is Aldi. Just past Aldi's and then uptown and go to Morrison's first, and then head back and I'll get the prescription for boots. But yeah, it's have some great fun. BMS in, well, here it started off, talked about this before, when it was the quick save. Used to come down here on my bike. It's a push bike, a Rally Arena 5-speed, I still remember it, and come all the way down here. I was here for 3 years, and then I was in rail for about 4 years with Simon, just me and Simon, and Bert, he wasn't employed there, but he was more or less Simon's. Used to drive him around everywhere and just make the tea and brush the floor and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great fun. But yeah, it's I know a lot of lovable rogues. Great fun. Good days. Good days. Right, this is bottom of town. Just passing Lidl's or Lidl's or however you want to pronounce it. And just the archway there, Garfield Terrace, the door next to it, and the window there, that was Shop Ding Dong. It was a little grocer's before my time. What's going on here? Bloody hell, rush hour in Denbigh. Yeah, it was like a little grocery shop, and apparently when you opened the door, get across, I do all my own stunts. When you open the door, there's a little bell, and it used to go ding dong. Everyone called it known locally as Shop Ding Dong. So yeah, Lidl's or Lidl, whatever you want to pronounce it. When it was from Gateway to Lidl's or Lidl's, I was running one of my many builders merchants. I supplied a lot of material for this place. The only thing I think I didn't supply was the bricks, and that would have made a few quid because there's quite a few bricks on there. But I supplied a lot of timber, doors, and everything else really. Yeah, Lidl's. I'm trying to cross the road now. I think I want to get on this side, but yeah, I do all my own stunts. This is the busiest road in Denbigh, Vale Street. All the grandest, biggest buildings in Denbigh. There's no other street like it in Denbigh, and it's Vale Street, the main road in and out of Denbigh. Right, keep going. Yeah, and there, that white building was the Hawk and Buckle, and at the back of that they had a cockfighting pit, where in them days, which way is he going now? I think he wants to go down there, but he ain't gonna fit through there. Yeah, they had a cockfighting pit in the old days where they used to put two cocks together and they used to fight, didn't they? But they took it piece by piece, or stone by stone, and they moved it to a St. Fagans, like a sort of a history place. I mean, you must get to the Howell School, I think, but you ain't gonna fit down with them two vans there. Yeah, it's like a history place where they have all the old buildings and stuff. So yeah, Hawk and Buckle. And that white building there, it's the old NatWest Bank. It's the first bank to close in Denbigh, and there's no banks in Denbigh now. No banks anywhere really, is there? They're all shut. Midland here, or HSBC, that's gone. Barclays is gone. Halifax is gone. There's a Principality, which I deal with. I've got an account there, but that's a building society and it's not like a bank, is it? But that's it, it's the only one that's open. And here, there, Chapel Street, just up there, is Capel on Swan. So I renovated that. That was in the late 80s. It was a year renovating that. And then I went up to the moors and renovated the mill in Pentravoilas. So I was a year there renovating that place. So yeah, getting over the moors in the winter, it's not a picnic. Some of the weather, oh, it's gone quiet. Yeah, so good days though. Anyway, this is the high street. Go straight across the high street and to Morrison's and get me leek. Henry Morton Stanley, Dr. Livingstone, I presume, is the famous Pole. Born in Denbigh. And a lot of people think, as you look at the castle, there's a little cottage on the left. A lot of people think he was born there, but he wasn't. He grew up there. He was actually born in a little cottage on the right of this castle, which is not there anymore. But and then he went to the place in the well, it was the old hospital, workhouse in St Asaph for the kids, and he escaped from there. And when the workhouse closed, they're emptying this place. I think this has been shut for a while. When that closed, they converted it into a hospital, and they called it the HM Stanley Hospital. Bit of trivia for you. So yeah, this is High Street, the epicentre of Denbigh. Yeah, Halifax is just here, and this was the last one to close. And there's Love Lane. Well, Love Lane starts from where the old Rudy's was, but everyone calls it Love Lane. And also here, the call it Bridge Street, but it's not. It's Portland Place. It's the first top bit here to the Plough is Portland Place, and then from the Plough down to Lenton Pool, that is actually Bridge Street. But everyone calls this road Bridge Street, but it's not. You come on, you won't see the sign up there, but it's Portland Place up until the Plough there, and then from the Plough down to the Lenton Pool, that is Bridge Street. You used to have a bridge going across, hence they called it Bridge Street. You probably thought, right, there's a street, there's a bridge going across, what should we call it? I know, Bridge Street. Yeah, this is where Bridge Street starts here, and Portland Place is up that way. And here, Morris Financial, Independent Financial Advisors is probably shut. That was the Little Gem, that was there. That was a little tobacconist and sweet shop. It's called the Little Gem. This is Swine Market. Or Mount Pleasant is its proper name, but it's known locally as Swine Market. And this is Lenton Pool. St Mary's Church, and there's the National, or what was the National. It's my second school, that was. It was Gwynnonog, the National, and then the two Denbigh High School down the bottom there, but that was the National. It was taught by Bobby Owen. The front door there, a window just to the right, that was my classroom. Yeah, the old National Junior Controlled School. So a lollipop man on the corner there, just to help you cross the road. And the old Crossville bus station, it's just up there. I don't know what that is now. It used to be a, I don't know, used to sell like market stuff in a building there. And that's where the yard was, our yard. There was 3 yards, 3 yards, where we used to go out and play. And then used to come out and ring the bell, ding 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 ding. And then you had to go in then to your lessons, and that's where you used to get caned in that school. Freddie Frog used to have a special little cane. I used to whack you with it. Used to get about 3 or 4 canings off him. And if you were there, your teachers doing something on a blackboard, and you were there, I've had it loads of times, and you're there not taking any notice, you know, and you're looking out the window. Next minute, bang! They chuck the duster at you. Foof! It's a whack you on the side of the head. But canings, yeah, imagine that now. They'd be sued. They'd have a solicitor's letter. Right, just cut through here. Up Glass Meadows is up there. And we talked before, and I've thought about it. We used to get Formica. We used to slide down about 70 mile an hour. Bit of an exaggeration, but And I used to think at the time, where the hell did we used to get Formica from? And I thought, because I've done a few videos of the mental tip, and that's where we used to get our stuff from. We used to have a good rummage, and we used to get sheets of it and snap it, break it down into, you know, pieces we could sit on. We used to slide down grass meadows, and also from the castle, Burgess Tower, down to the steps. We used to, what are these lads doing? Yeah, anyway, that's where we used to get our Formica from. And I'll just cut through here, and then I'm in Morrison's. Get me leak! These two little scallywags, what are they doing? They come running from the allotments. I don't know whether they've been chased out. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, there's Morrison's. So pop in, get me leak, and then one or two other things, and then I'll head back over town. Hopefully the prescription will be ready. A lovely day for a walk and a natter. Nice. So much for getting a leak. They didn't have any. Well, they did, but they only had packs of 3, and I don't want 3. I won't use 3. Anyway, I got an onion instead. Next best thing, innit? So yeah, this car park here, long before this place was built, it was the cattle market. We used to come here as kids. I think it was on a Wednesday. We used to help out the farmers. You work all day, and the most I got paid was 50p. So yeah, and then we used to go here. I'll show you this building now. It was used to made out of wood. There, it's a hairdresser's now, next to the fire station. But that was like a tobacconist and sweet shop and stuff. As soon as we got paid, first thing we'd do is run there, get a load of sweets. So yeah, that was the cattle market. So yeah, good days helping the farmers. We work hard all day. We work, you know, doing stuff for the farmers, helping them with the pigs and the cattle and stuff like that. And you know what farmers are like, but I was quite surprised when he handed me 50 pence. We used to get 10p and 20p and all that for a day's work. Good days though. Anyway, head back now, uptown, and hopefully the prescription will be ready. Yeah, just to give you a bit of context, just up there, I talked about the Glass Meadows. If you carry on going, come to the top, turn left, turn right, guess where you come to? The mental! So yeah, anyway, this is Lenton Pool. That's where we used to go for our school dinners, the Church Institute. This was the school here, and they've kept the front bit, but you can see all the back. It's all flats. But we used to come out holding in twos, you know, always in twos, holding hands. We used to come across here, across the road and up the steps. And that's where we used to have our dinners. We used to go up the steps and through the door. Oh, you smell it. Oh, it's lovely. We used to have a big massive jug on the table with the water, aluminium jugs. That's where we used to go for our din-dins. So yeah, and this was the youth club. It's been a pot black snooker club, and it's been a restaurant and stuff. Don't know what it is now, but it's the youth club was here. That's where I used to play table tennis, and I was a really good table tennis player as well. I used to win a lot of matches. Yeah, I used to like my table tennis. But yeah, that's the Church Institute there. It was an old, before the Church Institute, it was a tannery. Where they used to tan animal skins, turn them into leather. Right, up Bridge Street, and then Portland Place. And here, that door there, behind me there, that building as well, that was the library. We used to skive off school, we used to dodge school. Naughty, naughty. We used to go there, probably for an afternoon. We'd go to school in the morning, and then we'd come home for dinner, and never used to go back in the afternoon. And that's where we used to go. We used to read books all day, oh well, all afternoon. And that building there, it's Ken's now, Ken's Chippy. That was Arnold's Chippy. And he was related to me, Arnold. Fierce temper. Many times I've seen him throw people out into the street. If you banged on his one-arm bandit thing, you know, the fruit machine. If you banged on that too much, or if you're a bit rowdy, get hold of you and chuck you out. And there, that was Nino's. We used to call it Nino's, some people called it Lino's. And used to cook. When it used to open, never used to go in, always used to leave it for half an hour. Because if he had any chips left over from the night before, he'd just chuck them back in the fat and reheat them. And they'd be all black and horrible. So he used to wait a good half an hour till he'd use them. And that was originally where the post office was. Post office, it's moved over there now, but that's its original location. Anyway, his boots. So hopefully, prescription will be ready. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. This place here was at Mr. Bevan's. It was Mr. Bevan's for years, like a do-it-yourself shop. And when I was a kid, it was an old timber frame building, and it was held up by big wooden props. It was either 3 or 4 wooden props, and they came across like that. I think there was about 3 of them, big massive things. That was holding it up. I used to walk underneath them. Yeah, an old timber frame, and this was a cinema, an old cinema, and then it was Burge's toy shop, so you get our fireworks from there. And there, place on the end there, that was W.H. Smith, the newsagent. So I head down Park Street, I think, and here, the Guildhall Tavern, was the mystery of the grapes. Hopefully, I don't know if you can, if I can stand by here, you can see hanging from there, see some barrels. Well, hanging from that barrel was a hook, and it was like not real grapes obviously, but a bunch of grapes, and they just vanished one day. They just vanished from there underneath that, and no one knows to this day, because you can't climb up there. You'd have to have a ladder, but who would want a bunch of wooden grapes? But they just disappeared, and no one knows what happened to them. So that was the mystery of the disappearing grapes. So anyway, yeah, I used to spend a lot of time up there. I was very friendly with Jeremy Bevan. His father used to own, it was the Bull Hotel then. So yeah. Right, this is Park Street. Right, just cutting through, a bit quieter, towards Middleton College. It's been done up a few years back now, and you've got to watch if you park here, £100 fine if you park illegally. And just up to here, go up there and bear left, you come to the Goblin Tower, which is haunted by the way, just up there, but I ain't going that way. St. David's Church, and I've said before, the only original part of the church is that tower. This part here got knocked down and rebuilt, but they left the tower. So that's the only of the original St. David's Church. The traffic lights still there. Yeah, the traffic lights are still there. They were actually working one day, just opposite above the wall. There's a set of traffic lights, and they were going red, amber, green, and they were changing. You only see that in Denbigh. So yeah, that's another way you can get to the Mental, down that way, through the fields. Cut through 1, 2, 3 fields, and you come to the Gwyniau, turn left, turn right, and you come to the Mental. It's gone a bit cooler and a bit breezier to what it was when I started off. Still a nice day though. And I remember here, I'll show you now these, what they're called base panels. They're supposed to be at the bottom of a fencing panel, but they wanted them to make them into a fence, as you can see there. Got like a stone effect the other side, and from the one of my many builders merchants and DIY shops. I fitted them. I was on my own, so I reversed the pickup all the way up here. I was standing on top of the pickup, and they weigh a ton. Hell of a job fitting them. The posts were already there, they just needed sliding in, but hell of a job doing that. Anyways, Denbigh footy ground. Just the other side there, the skate park, and the bowling green and the tennis courts. And of course the infirmary, where I was born. I've said it before, when I was unleashed into the world. I'm mowing the bowling green. You think you'd have one of these sit down ones and drive around, wouldn't you? Yeah, crown green, which means it rises right slightly in the centre, harder to play on. So yeah, it's the bowling green, getting a mowing. And just here, this is the course of the railway line. There's a bridge going across there. Cars used to go underneath it. And the Vale Road Railway Bridge was over there, and I remember that getting dismantled. It's going back a bit. I actually remember the line was still laid. We used to go up the embankments and the lines were there, but the trains weren't running. But I remember the Vale Road Bridge getting dismantled, and the little toilets underneath, it was just a placard, wooden, I think it was wood, and we used to go under it and just pee against the abutment, and it used to run down a little gully and down a drain. So yeah, it used to stink. Coming behind me, just keep an eye out. I think he's homeless, and he just rummages around bins, and I don't know where he's gone. He was coming behind me a minute ago. He's disappeared. But he's rummaging around bins. He picks up fags off the floor and goes to Morrison's, where the staff are having a break and having a fag, and he roots through the ashtray thing, you know, it's a bit of sand, picks out all the old fag ends and all that, so that's what he's doing now. His mastermind subject would be, where are the bin locations in Denbigh? He'd tell you where every bin was in Denbigh. That'd be his mastermind. That's alright. Yeah, that's what all he does all day. Just wanders around rummaging in bins and picking up fag ends. Shame, really. Anyway, this is Townsend, bottom of it's the junction of Railroad, Ruthin Road and Vale Street. That's where the bridge was there. That's the only part that's left of it now. It's the abutment, and that's where the toilet was, or if you could call it that. It was here there. We should just go behind it and wee against that abutment. It used to actually stink of stale wee. Don't know where the hell he went. He just vanished. He's going to come out that way, unless there's a bin there. He's going to go for that bin. But like I say, he'd know where every bin was in Denbigh. So yeah, don't know where the hell he's gone. Anyway, keep an eye out, innit? Don't like him. People like him coming behind you, especially when you got a GoPro in your hand. Oh, the bit sticking out there, little porch, that's the South Sea. That was the smallest pub in Denbigh, called the South Sea. Down here, it's the Friary, down there, which is haunted. Just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, that's where the South Sea was. Smallest pub in Denbigh. And just next to the Masons here, it's Simply Fish and Chips now. That building there, that was Danny's, it was called. Danny Matthews used to run it, brother of Jimmy Matthews. That's what it was there. Danny's used to call it. It was like a convenience store and sell newspapers and stuff like that. Danny Matthews. And there's the Masons. I've had one or two cold ones in that place. And the back Conomici, I presume it's still called Conomici. It's an Italian restaurant which is there. There's a farmhouse there, farmhouse and buildings and stuff. Can't remember what it was called. Could have been called Colomendi Farm or something like that. That's roughly where the buildings were, and it was stood empty for years and they demolished it. All these buildings, this estate wasn't here then, just fields. Anyway, back at the park. So that's what I wanted to do. Done what I wanted to do this morning. Albeit I didn't get my leeks, but still I got an onion, next best thing. So, as always, hope you enjoyed my natter. Thanks for watching, and no doubt I'll see you again.